Imagine discovering a machine buried beneath the sea. At first glance, it looked like nothing more than a corroded lump of bronze. But hidden inside were dozens of tiny gears, crafted with astonishing precision. It wasn't built during the Renaissance. It wasn't built during the Industrial Revolution. It had been resting on the ocean floor for more than 2,000 years. And somehow, it wasn't the only ancient technology that seemed impossibly advanced for its time. History often paints the ancient world as primitive. We imagine civilizations relying on simple tools, limited knowledge, and centuries of trial and error. But every so often, archaeologists uncover something that completely challenges that picture. Machines that shouldn't exist. Materials modern engineers still struggle to reproduce. Weapons whose secrets have been lost forever. Technologies so advanced that, if discovered without context, many people would assume they were created hundreds, or even thousands, of years later. Today, we're exploring 5 ancient technologies that continue to amaze historians, archaeologists, scientists, and engineers alike. Imagine you're a sponge diver exploring the Mediterranean Sea in the year 1900. After a violent storm forces your crew to seek shelter near the small Greek island of Antikythera, you dive beneath the waves expecting to collect nothing more than sea sponges. Instead, you discover one of history's greatest archaeological finds. Scattered across the seabed are marble statues, bronze sculptures, jewelry, coins, pottery, the remains of an enormous Roman-era ship that had been hidden beneath the sea for nearly 2,000 years. News of the discovery spreads quickly, and archaeologists begin recovering hundreds of priceless artifacts from the wreck. Among all these incredible treasures, however, one small object attracts almost no attention. It appears to be nothing more than a heavily corroded lump of bronze, broken, cracked, covered in centuries of mineral deposits. It is packed into a crate and sent to the National Archaeological Museum in Athens, alongside everything else recovered from the ship. Months later, something unexpected happens. The corroded object cracks apart. Inside, researchers discover an intricate system of bronze gears, not 5, not 10, more than 30 finely crafted gears, each precisely cut and carefully arranged to work together. No one can believe what they're seeing. Mechanical engineering. This sophisticated simply wasn't supposed to exist in ancient Greece. For decades, the mysterious device puzzled experts. Some believed it was an ancient clock. Others thought it might have been part of a navigational instrument. No one could explain why a civilization over 2,000 years old would possess technology that seemed centuries ahead of its time. Only in the early 21st century, using powerful X-ray scanners and advanced 3D imaging, were scientists finally able to peer inside the fragile mechanism without destroying it. What they discovered was astonishing. The gears were designed to calculate the movements of celestial bodies. The mechanism could predict solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, the phases of the moon, the positions of the known planets, even the dates of the ancient Olympic Games. By turning a simple hand crank, the user could look years into the future and accurately predict astronomical events. In many ways, it functioned as the world's first known analog computer, more than 2,000 years before similar mechanical complexity appeared again in Europe. The craftsmanship alone continues to amaze modern engineers. Every gear had to be cut by hand, every tooth precisely shaped. Even the smallest mistake would have thrown the entire mechanism out of alignment. Yet somehow, ancient craftsmen achieved a level of engineering that many believed impossible for their time. Perhaps the greatest mystery isn't how the Antikythera mechanism worked. We now understand much of its purpose. The real mystery is something even more fascinating. Who designed it? How many others once existed? And why did knowledge advanced enough to build such an extraordinary machine seemingly disappear for more than 1,000 years? history may never give us those answers. But as remarkable as the Antikythera mechanism is, the next ancient technology has survived for nearly 2,000 years while outperforming something millions of people still rely on today: concrete. Walk through almost any modern city, and you'll find cracked sidewalks, damaged bridges, and aging buildings that require constant repairs. Many modern concrete structures are designed to last somewhere between 50 and 100 years before major maintenance becomes necessary. Now compare that to ancient Rome. Across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East, Roman harbors, aqueducts, temples, and seawalls have remained standing for nearly 2,000 years. Some of them continue to endure waves, storms, earthquakes, and harsh weather better than many modern structures. For centuries, nobody understood why. Roman engineers certainly didn't have access to modern chemistry laboratories. They had no computers, no industrial machinery, no reinforced steel. Yet somehow, they created one of the most durable building materials in human history. The secret begins with volcanic ash. Instead of relying only on limestone and sand like many modern concrete mixtures, the Romans mixed lime with volcanic ash found near the Bay of Naples. When seawater entered tiny cracks inside the concrete, something extraordinary happened. Instead of weakening the material, chemical reactions slowly created new mineral crystals inside the cracks. Those crystals effectively sealed the damage before it could spread. In other words, Roman concrete could partially repair itself. Modern scientists call this a self-healing process. For decades, researchers wondered why ancient Roman harbors often became stronger after years of exposure to seawater instead of weaker. Only recently have scientists begun to fully understand the remarkable chemistry behind it. Today, engineers around the world are studying Roman concrete in hopes of creating longer-lasting roads, bridges, seawalls, and buildings that require far less maintenance. If successful, lessons learned from Roman builders could dramatically reduce construction costs while making future infrastructure far more sustainable. It's an incredible thought. Sometimes, the best way to build the future is to study the past. And yet, while Roman engineers were mastering construction, another civilization was developing a weapon so terrifying that even after centuries of research, no one knows exactly how it was made. Imagine sailing across the sea toward the mighty walls of Constantinople. Your fleet numbers in the hundreds. Victory seems inevitable. Then, without warning, a stream of blazing liquid shoots across the water. The flames cling to your ships. Sailors desperately throw buckets of seawater onto the fire. But instead of extinguishing it, the flames grow even larger. Panic spreads across the fleet. Men leap into the sea, only to discover that the fire continues burning on the surface of the water around them. For centuries, this terrifying weapon protected the Byzantine Empire. It became known as Greek fire. Although historians still debate its exact ingredients, most agree it was first developed during the 7th century. Unlike ordinary fire, Greek fire wasn't simply thrown by hand. Special bronze tubes mounted on ships projected the burning liquid like ancient flamethrowers. Clay grenades filled with the substance could also be launched at enemy forces. Its psychological impact was just as devastating as its physical destruction. Enemy armies feared it. Entire fleets retreated rather than face it. The formula was one of the empire's greatest secrets. Only a handful of trusted individuals were believed to know how it was made. The recipe was never written down publicly. Instead, it was passed from generation to generation under strict secrecy. Eventually, the knowledge disappeared. Today, historians believe the mixture may have contained petroleum, pine resin, sulfur, or quicklime. But no one knows the exact combination. Despite centuries of experiments, nobody has been able to recreate Greek fire with complete confidence. One of history's most powerful weapons has effectively been lost forever. And while Greek fire amazed the world with destruction, the next technology amazed it with beauty. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary Roman drinking cup. Nothing about it appears unusual, until someone shines light through it. Suddenly, the glass changes color. Viewed from the front, it appears green. Illuminate it from behind, and it glows a deep, translucent red. Even today, the transformation feels almost magical. The Lycurgus Cup was created nearly 1600 years ago during the Roman Empire. For centuries, no one understood how ancient craftsmen achieved such an astonishing optical effect. Only modern scientific analysis finally revealed the answer. Hidden within the glass are microscopic particles of gold and silver. These particles are so incredibly small that they interact with light in different ways depending on how the cup is illuminated. Today, scientists call this nanotechnology. The remarkable part is that Roman artisans had no microscopes, no knowledge of atoms, no understanding of nanoparticles. Yet through extraordinary craftsmanship and experimentation, they accidentally created one of the earliest known examples of nanotechnology in human history. Researchers continue studying the Lycurgus Cup because its unique properties may help inspire future medical sensors and advanced optical materials. Sometimes, ancient discoveries don't just reveal the past, they help shape the future. But perhaps the most controversial ancient technology of all was discovered inside a simple clay jar. In 1936, archaeologists excavating near Baghdad uncovered an unusual artifact. It looked like a simple clay jar. Inside was a copper cylinder. Running through its center was an iron rod. At first, nothing about the object seemed extraordinary. Then, one archaeologist proposed an unexpected idea. What if it was a battery? Experiments showed that filling similar jars with acidic liquids like vinegar or grape juice could produce a small electrical current. The possibility captured the world's imagination. Had ancient civilizations discovered electricity nearly 2,000 years before modern science? Some researchers suggested the jars may have been used for electroplating jewelry. Others argued they served religious or ceremonial purposes instead. The truth remains uncertain. Unlike the other technologies in this documentary, the Baghdad Battery continues to divide historians. No ancient writings describe its purpose. No workshop has ever been discovered showing exactly how it was used. Whether it truly generated electricity or served another function entirely remains one of archaeology's most fascinating debates. Sometimes, the greatest mystery isn't the object itself, it's the questions it continues to raise. The ancient world was far more sophisticated than many people imagine. These technologies remind us that history is rarely as simple as we learned in school. Some discoveries have been fully understood. Others continue to puzzle scientists, engineers, and archaeologists even today. And perhaps that's what makes them so fascinating. Every new excavation, every new scientific breakthrough, brings us one step closer to understanding the incredible ingenuity of the people who came before us. But many of history's greatest technological secrets may remain unsolved forever. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more fascinating stories from history. And let us know in the comments, which ancient technology amazed you the most?